An insurance company checks police records on 557 accidents selected at random and notes that teenagers were at the wheel in 87 of them. So construct a 95% confidence interval for the percentage of auto accidents that involve teenagers. Okay, so I'm going to use StatCrunch. Okay, I'm going to go to Stat, Proportion Stats, one sample with summary. Okay, so we have 87 and 557. And we're trying to construct a 95%. We're just going to almost always select standard walled unless otherwise stated. And there we go. So our lower limit is, let's see how they give this. We're in percentages, round to 1 decimal point. So 12.6% and 18.6%. Okay, and explain what your interval means. So we are 95% confident. So the way I would do it, 95% confident that the true proportion is in between 12.6% and 18.6%. So I sometimes think about what I would say, and then let's see how they have worded it. So when I read through all these, C is the one that makes sense here. We're 95% confident the true percentage of accidents falls inside the confidence interval limits. Now, practically we would say falls between 12.6% and 18.6%, but just because of the way the question's worded, they can't technologically, I should say, take these values and put them here. But that's what we should do. Explain what 95% confidence means. Okay, so about 95% of random samples of 500 will produce what, confidence intervals? Yes, confidence intervals that contain the true proportion of accidents involving teenagers. So a politician urging tighter restrictions on driver's licenses issued to teens says, quote, in 1 of every 5 accidents, a teenager is behind the wheel. Does the confidence interval support or contradict the statement? So think about this for a minute. So 1 every 5, what is that as a percent? 1/5 or 0.2 or 20%. So 20% is that in that interval? It's not in the interval, so it's not likely that 20% is true. So the confidence interval actually contradicts that assertion. The figure quoted by the politician is outside the interval. Now, if they had said 15%, they had been fine, because 15% is in the interval. Okay, so I hope that helps.